Heyo, what's up, killers? It is your final girl Mel, and this is my killer podcast, and today's video is gonna be lame. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining me once again today. If you are new here, my name is Mel, and I am not only on YouTube, I'm also on Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok, Twitter, and Patreon. I'm also part of a Discord group called the Movie Room if you like general movie chatter. Today, we are going to be going over my Letterboxd reviews for the month of April. As you may have alluded, this video is going to be very lame, and that is because I just didn't watch a lot in the month of April. I know, I am so sad and I am so horrified at myself at the fact that I just didn't watch a whole lot. April has been very busy, and that's no excuse. That is no excuse. I should be trying to watch more movies and staying up all night and getting no sleep and going to work tired just to watch these movies, but I don't. Unfortunately. Without any further ado, we're gonna get right into it because this is gonna be a short and sweet video. Sometimes that's okay, right? All right, so first up on the list, I did go and see Morbius at the movie theaters. I did a written review of this film, a very long one, it appears. I didn't realize that was that long. I did give it 3 stars, but I also did give it a heart. I liked this movie. I found entertainment value in this movie. Was it the greatest superhero movie ever made? No. Did anybody actually think it was going to be? I don't know. Did you? I went into it with an open mind. I just really like Jared Leto and I appreciate his performances. So I just went in looking for a cool Jared Leto performance. And what I got was a good entertaining popcorn flick. Some of the special effects were a little above and beyond what I think this movie really needed. I did feel like this film was a little reminiscent of Venom in a way with its kind of cheesy corniness to it, but I really like Venom. I liked the first one better than the second one, but I did enjoy the second one. It had my man Woody Harrelson in it. So that's kind of how I felt about this film. It just had that weird, corny superhero hilarity to it. This one did kind of seem like it was trying to be a little more serious with spots of comedy in it. Other than that, I mean, I recommend checking it out for what it is, a good popcorn flick. Is it a day one? I don't know. The Steelbook looks pretty awesome. I did pre-order the Steelbook merely because it looks real nice. Next up, I did watch the movie Explorers. I really love Ethan Hawke, so I kind of wanted to check this one out. This one looked like it was going to be kind of like your Goonies mixed with a little Ninth Gate kind of situation, but I gave it 3 stars and a heart. I did enjoy it. It was entertaining. It was kind of boring. If I'm gonna be brutally honest, this movie was kind of boring. It droned on a little bit there. I feel like they could have cut some of it out. There is a fly in here taunting me, so I'm just gonna let you know. This movie was about an hour and 50 minutes, so it was towing the line of that 2-hour mark, and if I'm being honest, it did not need to be nearly that long. This could have been a good solid hour and 30 minutes and just stopped it there. It did have a young River Phoenix in it, so it was really nice to see him in some jams. He was one of those actors that just left us all too soon. It would have been interesting to see where his career would have taken him. I do recommend seeing this one, but I feel like this movie was really just for those people who grew up with it, and it has that real nostalgia factor to it. I'm also watching Moon Knight. This was an interesting one. I went into this with no expectations. I gave it 4 stars and a heart. This one ended up being really good. Oscar Isaac, I feel like, is doing a really good job in this one. I wasn't sure what to expect from him because I have not seen him really in much, or at least I don't remember seeing him in much. But seeing him in this, I think he's doing an amazing job, and I can't wait to finish the series. I still have like 1 or 2 episodes left, but I felt very confident in my scoring of this one to just go ahead and give it to it. Unless the last episode is a real bummer, and then I'll go back in and I'll change my score. Next up on the list is The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yes, I still have yet to drop my review for this movie, but I just want to let you guys know that I am going to drop one, and it is running late because I'm really trying to do my best to do this review justice, because I have a lot of feelings about this movie and I really want to be able to express them in the best way possible, and I want to give you guys the best review possible. I gave it 4 stars and a heart. If that's any indicator, I really did like this film, and that's all I'm gonna say because my review is to come. Next up on the list, I watched The Crow. If you guys follow me on any of my live streams that I've been doing lately, The Crow has come up a couple of times. I've been trying to catch all of the original Crow comic book prints, and if you guys know anything about comic books, The Crow is very expensive, hard to find, so I'm having a little trouble getting my grubby little claws on them, but soon to come. So in the meantime, I did buy the graphic novel of The Crow just so I could read it, because I really just wanted to read it. The artwork done by James O'Barr and the story of this comic book is just absolutely amazing, and we all know that the original movie The Crow was outstanding. I gave it 5 stars. Yes, I did that because you know what? This movie is perfect. Maybe not necessarily, but the things that aren't perfect about it, I don't really give a shit. That justifies those 5 stars. Also, Brandon Lee is amazing in this movie. We also lost him all too soon. I really, really would have liked to see where his career had gone. Would he have been in The Crow too? I don't know. I believe the original comic books, it was a different person every time, so maybe we wouldn't have seen him, but maybe we would have seen him in something else. He was amazing, and it was sad what happened to him. I'm not going to go into details about it. We should all know by now. But the original Crow, the movie, was just outstanding, and it is worth checking out if you haven't seen it. I feel like everybody should just have seen that one. Last up on the list. Yes, last up on the list. This is it. These are the movies that I watched this month. I'm so sorry, but is The Crow City of Angels. I was kind of on a Crow kick there for a minute. I do believe that The Crow 1 and 2 are the best ones in the series. This one dropped significantly though for me. It got 3 stars and a heart. I teetered the line of giving this one a 4th star. I just don't know. I feel like the subject matter of this one could have been way more powerful and way more gut-wrenching and way more emotional than even the first one, because it involved a child instead of a fiance. But the movie just doesn't portray it as such. The Crow in this particular movie fights with the urge of wanting to stay alive against finally being able to meet up with his son in the afterlife. So that to me is just ridiculous. If you had a traumatic experience where you lost your child and you were brought back to life by a crow to avenge his death, and then you're just like, oh, I met this really hot chick that I have no idea who she is, but I'd rather stay alive and be with her than go back to death and be with my son. In what fucking world? Pardon my French, but in what world would that really be a scenario? It wouldn't. So that's why this movie got the 3 stars that it got from me. That part of the story really just annoyed me. I really just wanted him to be full bar like Brandon Lee was in the first one. I wanted him to want to serial slaughter everyone and then go back to his son. This one was well done and it was well performed, and it ran the same themes as the first one. So I do like this movie. I gave it 3 stars and a heart. I am planning on watching the rest of the Crow series, but from what I understand and what I do remember, I believe I have seen all of them. It's just been a really, really long time since I've seen the 3rd one. And the 4th one, I've seen more recently because it has Edward Furlong in it, and I love him, even the bad him. It will be interesting to see what I think about those now. However, that is it. That is all. Those are the movies that I watched. I watched 6 movies in the month of April. Yes, it is probably my smallest month thus far. But I think out of the things that I did watch, I watched some really good ones. I didn't have anything below a 3 without a heart. I didn't even have a 3 without a heart, you know. They were all movies that I enjoyed for what they were. So, thank you so much for joining me today. If you guys would like to help support me and my channel, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and kill that bell for your girls. Share it with your friends if they need some recommendations or want to know how I feel about these said movies. Also, if you want to help support me even further, y'all on over to my Patreon and see what's crapping in over there. The more people we have, the more we can do. Helps keep my dream alive, yourselves entertained. There's lights on in this building. Okay, that's it. Until the next time we gather. Have a killer day. Peace.